Antarctica. You know, when you think of it, you probably picture this huge, empty, frozen desert at the bottom of the world, a place of incredible cold and total isolation. But what if I told you that beneath its miles-thick sheet of ice lie secrets that are completely rewriting what we know about history, about life, and maybe even our place in the universe? Come on, let's journey beneath the ice and uncover these incredible frozen discoveries.
You know, there's this persistent idea that this mysterious continent is hiding way more than just ice and rock. Some people truly believe there's a whole separate world down there, a realm of lost civilizations, or maybe even extraterrestrial life, all perfectly preserved in a deep freeze.
So what is it about this place? What makes it such a perfect, and let's be honest, forbidding vault for ancient mysteries? Well, it really just comes down to its unbelievable scale and its absolutely brutal environment. First off, you gotta consider the ice itself. In some places, it's a staggering 5 kilometers thick. That's more than 3 miles of solid ice just pressing down, locking away whatever's underneath for millions of years.
And then there's the cold. I mean, the temperatures there can plunge to an almost unimaginable negative 90 degrees Celsius. It's that extreme cold that acts as the ultimate preservative, basically flash freezing history right in place.
Because of those crazy conditions, the ice basically acts as a pristine time capsule. Peeling back its layers gives us this direct window into a past when Antarctica was a completely different world, a much, much greener world.
This timeline here gives you a sense of the incredible history that's buried there. And we're not just talking about one period, we're talking about a story that stretches all the way from the age of dinosaurs, through the evolution of some very strange mammals, right up to potential evidence of a forgotten human presence.
Okay, just imagine a world where the Antarctic waters were home to massive prehistoric reptiles. Seriously. Since 1986, paleontologists have been pulling their fossils right out of the ice. We're talking about mosasaurs and plesiosaurs. Some of them grew up to 36 feet long. I mean, picture a 3-story building swimming in the ocean. This is the hard proof that 70 million years ago, this frozen continent was actually a warm, thriving ecosystem.
Now, let's fast forward millions of years to a different kind of discovery. In 2009, researchers found something that just completely baffled them. The skeleton of a creature about the size of a cat that laid eggs. Analysis showed it was about 25 million years old, a total evolutionary oddity unlike any mammal we have alive today.
But the discoveries aren't all millions of years old. In 2014, archaeologists made another really startling find. It was the very first time human remains had ever been discovered on the continent, and it was their shape that left everybody completely stunned.
So here's what was so strange. The skulls were elongated. I mean, their heads were stretched way beyond the normal human shape. And as you can see here, this isn't the only place we've seen skulls like this. Similar ones have been unearthed in Egypt and Peru, and that has sparked all these theories that ancient civilizations might have had some kind of forgotten connection to Antarctica thousands of years ago.
So, Antarctica doesn't just hold the secrets of our planet's past. Its unique environment also makes it this incredible natural laboratory for understanding outer space and the very real possibility of life beyond Earth.
The continent is basically a giant magnet for space rocks. I mean, think about it. The stark white landscape and the preserving nature of the ice make it the best place on Earth to find meteorites. And we're not talking a few. Over 10,000 have been discovered there in just the last 50 years.
Then, in 2015, came this bombshell confirmation. Scientists analyzing a meteorite that fell back in 2002 discovered it wasn't just any space rock, it was from Mars, and locked inside were fossilized bacteria native to the red planet. This was a direct, physical clue in the search for extraterrestrial life.
And get this, there's a place in Antarctica that's so alien, it's practically a stand-in for Mars itself. It's called the Dry Valleys. It is the driest place on Earth. It hasn't seen rain for 2 million years, and it has winds gusting up to 320 kilometers per hour. The conditions are just astonishingly similar to Mars.
In fact, the resemblance is so uncanny that before sending its Viking rover all the way to Mars, NASA tested it right here in the dry valleys of Antarctica. It was basically the perfect dress rehearsal for exploring another world.
Scientists also found something profound living there. 17 different types of bacteria that are surviving with absolutely no sunlight or oxygen. A discovery like that completely changes our ideas about the limits of life, and it provides a powerful model for how life could exist on other, seemingly inhospitable planets.
Okay, so we've seen prehistoric monsters and clues from outer space, but some Antarctic discoveries, well, they just defy easy explanation.
So now we're going to turn to the phenomena that continue to baffle scientists and really push the boundaries of what we understand.
I want you to picture this. Pouring out from the pristine white face of a glacier is a 5-story waterfall, but it's colored a deep, visceral blood red. For a century, this site, which is known as Blood Falls, was a complete enigma.
But modern science finally solved the mystery. So the process starts with this ancient lake that's been trapped underneath the glacier. It's 3 times saltier than the ocean, which keeps it liquid, and it's incredibly rich in iron from the bedrock. So when that water finally seeps out and hits the air for the first time in millennia, the iron oxidizes. It literally rusts, and that's what turns the water that shocking red color.
But even the Blood Falls kind of pales in comparison to what might be the continent's greatest mystery yet. And this one was found by a team of archaeologists deep within the ice. So they were buried 1,100 feet deep, and they found the skeleton of a creature that looked like something from a nightmare. It was 8 feet long, and its bone structure was completely alien. After extensive testing, scientists just drew a blank. It couldn't be matched to any known animal on Earth, living or extinct.
This just raises the most fundamental questions, right? What was this creature? Was it a native of our world, maybe some undiscovered species from a bygone era? Or did it come from somewhere else entirely?
And that is the most chilling part. Even after years of dedicated research by teams of experts, its origin is still a complete and total mystery. Science simply has no answer.
From prehistoric giants to alien bacteria and unidentified monsters, we've seen that Antarctica is slowly giving up its secrets. And it leaves us with one lingering question. If this is what we found in the tiny fraction of the continent we've actually explored, what else is still down there, just waiting to be discovered beneath the ice?